What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Welcome myself back too. I know it's been a minute. I think my last video I did was like April 2022. So it's been a minute. That was almost 2 years ago. Funny thing is, last year I said I was gonna start doing videos again and it just didn't happen. Life. But anyways, shout out to my brother. He been getting on me about it again. Kinda not really, but he been talking to me about it and I've been seeing him stay consistent. So just a little inspiration. But yeah, I just figured I'll give you guys a little update from the last time I did a video. So that time I just moved into my place that I was at then. So starting from that time, I started pretty heavily investing that month in my education again, in myself, just being a better coach, a better man and an individual. And not like university or anything like that, just like education period, mentorships, coaches, just people with more experience and who knows what they're doing and who's been through certain things. So I was doing that and those things costed money, but I was willing to do whatever I needed to do to be who I want to become. So as a result of that, a lot of my time ended up being spent working. I would say on average working 60 plus hours a week, but there was definitely weeks and months where I was working like 80 plus hours. And again, I made that decision. These programs and mentorships, they weren't like $100, a couple $100 programs and all. They were thousands of dollars. And then I was taking out loans on top of that. So I had to pay thousands and come up with thousands to pay off and to pay for these programs, along with the money that I was putting in myself. So I just had to work a lot and wasn't making this a priority again. And that's pretty much what I did from April to December. Yeah, just work. While doing that, obviously, I stopped taking care of myself and my health as much as I should have. Kind of hard to balance, a million different things at once. I was already kind of sick before that and unhealthy before that. And then I started eating out all the time because I was working. I was doing a bunch of side gigs. I had like 6 different things that I was doing at once. And it was just easier to stop, fast food, get that, and go. It was easier, it was more convenient, and it just tasted good. Like, they make it like that on purpose so you can keep going back for more. So I was just eating a lot of fast food, not drinking a lot of water, even working out. Like, I was still working out and I was still very active because I was doing a bunch of different things, but there was like sometimes I would just work out once a week. Sometimes I would go 2 weeks without working out. So then I stopped doing that. And next thing you know, I got into Texas at like 2:30, which was already higher than I would have liked. But then I shot up in 2023, which we'll get to 260, 261 exact. That was my peak and my highest. So yeah, my health took a toll. Again, I was willing to do whatever it took to get to where I want to get. I won't do that again. I won't need to do that again, because part of the education and things that I've been learning is just how to manage stress, how to do all these different things. But yeah, that was pretty much the gist of last year. I didn't really go out. I didn't have a social life. I didn't have time to make friends. I was just working and studying and grinding and investing, and that was it. And my parents did come at the end of the year in 2022. And yeah, that was the rest of 22. 23 came, and I was excited because I was about to finish the schooling and education that I was doing. I was paying off these loans. I was almost done with that. Somehow in the midst of all of that, I really don't even know how, but I was able to get my own apartment, which I really love and enjoy. I'm in here right now. And I even started going out again. I started having a social life a little bit, meeting people, and just enjoying life. And by the time, I think May came around when all of that was done, May 2023. And I was just ready for the year, and I was like, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna tackle everything that I have set and have planned. And from when I moved into my apartment, when I finished paying off the loans, and when I finished doing my schooling and mentorship program, like, it was like a few weeks, maybe 6 to 8 weeks of like just goodness and good times, and like having a social life before all of this more life and BS came. So I had some people screw me over for some payments. So like in the 2-week period, I lost like $1,100. And then more things kept happening. This is like June, July 2023. August comes around, I lose my car, so I have no car. And that was like my main source of income, or how I got to my sources of income. So instantly overnight, not only do I lose my car, me being the only one here, I don't got nobody here, but I lose every single source of income I had. There's like 4 or 5 tied to my car, me having my car. That was in August 2023. And yeah, that was rough. No car, nobody here physically to really rely on or be of help. And yeah, it's like, dang, it just messed everything up. I also forgot to mention, like, after I finished getting my place and paying everything off, I was like, all right, I got to get my health back in check. Because at this point, I'm at 261, which is insane. I might throw up a picture. I might save it for later on down the road when I do the complete transformation. But I was like, nah, I got to get back in check. just because me personally, I don't like that. I didn't like how I was looking, just my personal standards, and then professionally as a coach, that's people's looking up to, and me being like a health and fitness person, like I gotta look the part, you know. So I got a coach and started working with him, and that was all the things that was going great before the car happened. The car happened. I had to let that go. I had to let all of my clients go. Lost every single source of income, and I'm just stuck in my apartment for the first like month and a half, like for 90% of the time. One of the first things I did was get a bike, because I was like, that's gonna be the fastest way for me to get around. I got my 2 feet, but it's like 3 times slower walking than using a bike. So I was like, all right, a bike's gonna be more convenient and feasible. Just $100. I could use that to get around. What I didn't know was gonna take me forever just to get some work. It took me like a month and a half to get the first gig, first job, and it was only part-time. Then it took another, I think, month to get the second job, which was part-time. And yeah, it was an interesting time, man. It was an interesting time. What happened with my car, it was my engine, so that was like $8 to $10,000. I don't know what happened. My car was a 2020. I just got it in 21. It only had 72,000 miles on it, but for some reason there was issues. I did all maintenance on it. Every time I took it to get oil changes, they said everything was good. So why was my engine out? I have no idea. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of 2023. And just trying to find work, just trying to get stable again. And finally, towards like the end of the year, towards like November, December is when I finally got stable. I got a promotion at one of my jobs. So now I'm working like 60 hours a week and in a much better place. So happy about that. Because of how I am, I'm gonna keep trying again this year to get things going with my fitness and what I want to do with my life, and just keep pushing, keep grinding. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get back to the videos. That was on my goal list last year in 2023, but again, I told y'all how that went for the most part. So we're gonna try again this year and get back to it. That's a little update of our life. We still in the gym, we're still training, still just trying to make a difference. All right, adios, deuces.